The Super Mario Bros. Movie is a fantastic outing by Illumination, and I can easily call this the studio's best film. The world of the film is bright and imaginative, and the animation is gorgeous, fluid, and fantastically expressive. The voice acting, top notch. Also, Chris Pratt, not as intrusive as I thought it was going to be. The film does an excellent job of including niche little Easter eggs and fun details from the game, without overloading the audience. It's just a nice little film that I rather enjoyed, and it's a good thing that critics agree with me here. Solid 8 out of 10. Okay, so once again, I disagree with some other critics. Hey guys, it's me, Nightly. So I watched the Super Mario Bros. Movie and I had a blast, but before I recorded, I wanted to take a look at some of the other reviews to see what the general public's opinion on the film is, and holy hell, it is a minefield of terrible takes from professional film critics. And now that I also qualify as a professional film critic, I wanted to take a look at some of these other reviews and see if I'm just crazy. I found what are possibly the 4 worst film reviews I've ever read, and I wanted to poke some fun at them, because oh, some of these are a mess. I'd like to point out, if you didn't like a movie that I liked, that's totally okay. I'm here to make fun of something that gets like a C- at best in a sophomore year writing course. Also, spoilers ahead, go watch the movie, it's a blast. The Super Mario Bros. Movie review. For better or worse, a faithful video game movie. I'm also going to skip the recap portion because if I read all 4 of those, it would get very repetitive. One scene has Princess Peach explaining the concept of power-ups to Mario. They make you stronger when you consume them, but if you get hit by an enemy or obstacle, you lose them. She literally calls them power-ups. You just can't win, man. What else are we supposed to call them? Might items? Can you imagine if they called them might items? Breaking news, in the Super Mario movie, they're called might items instead of power-ups. It's completely inaccurate and unfaithful, and boycott the film. This is insane. How is this a point of criticism that you got paid to write? The Super Mario Bros. Movie review. What if Mario had daddy issues? This is a real thing someone was paid to write. This one, again, contradicts itself in a pretty major way, so let me know if you get it before I point it out to you. There's a woeful lack of originality in the storytelling. The screenplay, credited to Mark Fogel, leans heavily on tedious tropes plucked from superhero movies and fantasy adventures. Mario is reimagined in the vein of an MCU hero. He's a scrappy underdog, desperate to prove himself, when a twist of fate gives him the chance and superpowers. Skipping forward just a tad, I promise I'm not removing anything that's important to the context. For good measure, Fogel folds in a tedious backstory in Brooklyn, where Mario's extended Italian-American family clamors at him in stereotypical outbursts over pasta to tell him he's a loser. Did you ever wish Mario had daddy issues? If so, well, good for you. The Super Mario Bros. Movie will give you that. Okay, hear me out. Do something new, but don't give Mario new dynamics. That's stupid. This review is also incredibly tainted with preconceived notions. Hell, 2 paragraphs after what I just read out, they compare it to the 90s version of the movie, which is awful. Super Mario Bros. Review. Lousy Nintendo movie goes down the drain. This one also really irritates me, but in a different way. This gives off the same vibe as that kid in middle school that would just shit on anything you and your friends thought was interesting because it isn't cool. Was I bullied? I think I was bullied. There isn't anything of real substance in this article, which is shocking because it was from the New York Post, which I at least thought was reputable, but fuck, I guess I was wrong. All the characters make moronic comments that aren't funny enough to be called jokes. For instance, Bowser announces to the audience silence, "I'm now the most powerful turtle in the world. Soon we will arrive at the Mushroom Kingdom." I think I might be crazy, but I'm pretty sure this is dialogue and not a joke. This article also ends with the line, "In short, Super Mario Bros. Is da-da-da-da-da dumb." So do with that information what you will. The Super Mario Bros. Movie by One More Film Blog. This article demonstrates a cartoonish lack of understanding and seemingly blatant ignorance towards the events of the film that you're fucking reviewing. One might expect, I know I certainly did, that the purpose of making them put down and put upon in the real world is so the magical world would become a welcome transformation, reminding kids of the escape value of video games, where anyone who is not valued in the world around them can still be the hero. But when they get to Nintendoverse, or Toadland, or Princessville, or whatever it might be called, Luigi is immediately captured and Mario is shown to be equally incompetent in this world. The Nintendoverse? I'm fucking sorry. Did you mean the Mushroom Kingdom? The place where the majority of the film takes place? The Mushroom Kingdom! Even ignoring that, the point of Mario being equally incompetent in this world is a non-starter. I want you, Mr. or Mrs. or themses that wrote this article, to go to a new world and have everything figured out from the get-go. I suspect the creative team feared that a traditional plumber rescuing the princess from a monster story might alienate a 21st century audience. But the movie doesn't so much deconstruct the sexist part of the game and fairy tale mythology as ignore them. And really, is a Beauty and the Beast reconstruction where a feisty princess agrees to marry so that an all-powerful dictator agrees not to kill her people really any more egalitarian? Did you watch the fucking film? So, if you haven't watched the film, spoilers, when Peach thinks Mario is dead and Bowser threatens to kill everyone in her kingdom if she doesn't marry him, she agrees, yes, but only to sneak a power-up into the wedding and assassinate him. In short, if you're gonna review a film, you should watch the film. But I'm curious, what did you think of the Super Mario Bros. Movie? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Is Peaches still stuck in your head like it is mine? Please leave a comment letting me know what you thought, because I'm always interested in hearing what you guys have to say. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like and share it with someone who you think would enjoy my content, because it helps tremendously. I can't even explain to you how much it does. And finally, if you enjoyed this video and think you'd like more of my content, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications while you're at it, because I've always got more stuff cooking, and I'm super excited to share what I've been working on. That's gonna be all for me today. I'm Knightley. You've been incredible. I'll see you relatively soon. Peace.